you have on your phone a photograph of Dan Quinn in your house years ago. I mean, you gave him his first career job in the NFL, right, Dan Quinn?
So
Steve?
I had a quality control coaches are like an entry-level job. That's how I started. It's how Gruden started. A lot of guys start that way. Foot in the door job. Mm-hmm. And it's like kind of like a GA in college, right? You do everything, grunt stuff, film breakdown. All right, so I had a defensive job open, quality control. Dan Quinn applied for it. 50 people applied for it. A lot of guys I knew in the league that had coached in the league full-time wanted it. Anyway, I hired Dan Quinn. And because I just felt it was a good fit, you know, I didn't want a guy.
What did you like about him?
He was willing to, first of all, he's coming from Hofstra. They don't even have football anymore.
No, they don't.
And at small schools like that, you got to grind as a coach. You got to do everything. You know, you got to do everything. Mm-hmm. Sell popcorn, everything. And he was a guy that was like willing to grind 20 hours a day if he had to, learn like a sponge, and he had no ego, and he was going to just fit in easy. And I said, okay, good interview, blah, blah, blah. We interviewed 4 or 5 guys. I said, I will call you tomorrow one way or the other. And so we thought about it hard, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to go with the experienced guys. I'm going to go with this young kid because, you know what? Somebody gave me a chance. John Robinson gave me a chance with the Rams as a quality control coach at 85. I made nothing. I got lunch. That's all I got. Okay? That's how I got started. And I said, you know what? Somebody needs to give this kid a chance in the NFL, get him started in the NFL. And I got a feeling he's going to work his butt off. So I said, I'll call you tomorrow. I called him like late at night because I couldn't decide. And he answered the phone. And I said, it's Coach Mariucci. He goes, hi, Coach. How you doing? I said, let me talk to Stacy. That's his wife. Let me talk to your wife. He goes, what? Here. I said, Stace, are you guys willing to move to the left coast from back there where they were settled in, very comfortable, doing well, and move to a place that's foreign to you? Are you going to be okay with that? Because I want you to be happy, not just Dan. I want you to sign off on this too. She said, Coach, we would love to do that. I said, put Dan on. Boom. Dan, get here tomorrow. And he was hired like that, and now he's coaching in the Super Bowl. I can't tell you how proud I am of him.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.